Watch the Mega Millions drawing live tonight here on TV 23. Covering the High Plains with news, weather, and information. From TV 23 Studios in Sublette, this is High Plains Today.
Hi, everybody. You know what? It is Tuesday, September 13th, 2016. Welcome to the one, the only, the real High Plains Today, right here on TV 23. On today's show, I'll be joined by Ronda Maxwell. She is the Executive Director of Liberal AirFair, coming up this Saturday in Liberal at the airport. Going to be a big happening, so we're going to talk about that. In the meantime, let's take a look at happenings. Well, early Sunday morning at approximately 1:15 a.m., Finney County Sheriff's deputies responded to 335 South Farmland Road to a party for a possible stabbing. Upon arrival, deputies met with 22-year-old Orlando Perez of Garden City, who advised them and he had been stabbed. Finney County EMS then transported Orlando to St. Catherine Hospital. Deputies were then advised by Garden City Police Department Communications that there were 3 additional stabbing victims at St. Catherine Hospital being treated. Deputies responded to the hospital and met with 23-year-old Armando Perez, 20-year-old Jose Hernandez, and a 15-year-old juvenile male, all of Garden City. All 3 subjects said they had also been stabbed at the same party. Armando Perez and the 15-year-old juvenile male were later transported to a Wichita hospital. Orlando Perez and Jose Hernandez were treated at St. Catherine and released. And the Ford County tax rate will increase 2 mills for 2017 from a total tax rate of 43.02 in 2016 to 45.94. Ford County Commission held its hearing and approved the proposed budget with a budget authority of $17.5 million in general expenditures at its meeting last Tuesday. The commissioners also approved participation in Kansas Department of Transportation's federal fund exchange. In the program, KDOT processes federal funds for counties with 90% reimbursement of expenditures. And several nursing students had filed complaints against Dodge City Community College Dean of Nursing, Carolyn Wright. Now, the complaints regard multiple occurrences where Wright threatened students and changed policies during classes, as well as telling an entire nursing class to leave the building. Now, Dodge City Community College officials said the Dean of Nursing was resigning last night. According to officials, Wright verbally resigned, but the college was awaiting her letter of resignation. Several allied health students had filed complaints to Dean of Students Stephanie Lanning and Title IX Coordinator Beverly Tamat in an open letter. And continuing federal crop insurance support in the 2018 Farm Bill is the holy grail to every farmer he has talked to. That's what 1st Congressional District Republican candidate Dr. Roger Marshall said. That will be his biggest priority to maintain that. He said that Saturday while at the Kansas State Fair. It's important, but it's not the holy grail. It's just barely in the top 3 for me. Now that coming from candidate Alan LaPolice, who is an independent candidate. Now, both candidates were on the Kansas State Fairgrounds last Saturday, attending the Kansas Farm Bureau breakfast in the encampment building and later listening to the Agricultural Forum sponsored by WIBW Radio, Kansas Ag Network. Marshall LaPolice and Carrie Burt, a libertarian living near Hutchinson, will be the 3 candidates on the November 8th ballot, vying for the seat held by U.S. Representative Tim Huelskamp. And please be aware that scammers are targeting liberal area Southern Pioneer electric businesses. Scammers are calling from this number. It's a 708-582-7840 with the name of James Bailey on the caller ID. Now, the scammers are directing consumers to pay their bill over the phone by calling a toll-free number and extension. They are giving random dollar amounts to pay and threatening disconnections. Now, you got to be vigilant and do not pay them. Southern Pioneer Electric will never ask you to pay over the phone. And never be afraid to hang up and call Southern Pioneer's local number to verify the information. And don't forget, coming up on Thursday, we're going to be giving away another Yeti Rambler tumbler. All you got to do to enter is send an email to cup@kdgltv.com or mail us a postcard, TV23 KDGL, P.O. Box 447, Sublet America 67877. Make sure you put your name and address on the entry form so we know where to send this to you if we draw your name. All right, yeah, it's cooled off a bunch out there. Be back with forecast after this.
You're watching High Plains Today on TV23 with host Chris Jewell. TV23's internet service and 4G live streaming provided by United Wireless. Coverage you deserve. Service you expect. United Wireless.
So, I just moved in with this family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that. That's disgusting. Oh, poop already. You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
Now, the local weather forecast for the High Plains.
And welcome back. Hey, lots of clouds out there as we look off to the west on the TV23 Tower Cam today. Let's take a look at the current readings here at the TV23 studios. Look at that. 58 degrees, relative humidity 89%. Winds have gone to the north-northeast at 13, barometric pressure on the rise. Okay, looking at the temperatures around the viewing area, look at that, everybody in the 50s and 60s. The warm spot, Medicine Lodge at 66. Everybody's dew points are pretty high also, so there is a lot of humidity out there because we do have several chances of rain. Okay, now, the cold front has slid into Kansas and is hanging right across here. Tomorrow it should end up being kind of a stationary front along the Kansas-Oklahoma line. Along with that cold front, there's going to be a firing of a lot of thunderstorms around the area. That's why the chance of rain is going to go up. Lots of wind out there today, not like yesterday. Everybody pretty much out of the northerly direction. Not much wind out at Lamar, but we don't know why. Anyway, looking at our highs and lows, as recorded at the Garden City Regional Airport yesterday, we did get to 83 degrees, 101 back in 1984. 60 was our overnight low yesterday morning. That's a far cry from 39 back in 2014. Year to date, a little over 20 inches in the bucket. All right, here we go for today. Now, winds are going to be out of the north at about 13. We're only going to get to 62 as a high pretty much around the area. There is a 30% chance of those thunderstorms firing up later this afternoon as that front slides south. Then tonight, that chance picks up even more. 40% chance, 55 for the overnight low. Winds will be out of the northeast at 10, and then those still hanging around tomorrow. 30% chance, going to be lots of clouds. It's not going to warm up a whole bunch, but it is going to be a high of 73. Winds are going to be out of the east-northeast, but they're going to switch around later in the day out of the southeast. 61 for the low tomorrow night. 40% chance of thunderstorms hanging around. Southeast winds at 10. All right, here we go into the 7-day. You can see the chance of rain really picks up on Friday, so not quite sure what that's going to do to the football Friday night around the area, but then we get back up into the 70s, but there's a lot of chance of rain for the next 7 days. That's a look at the weather. We'll be back with the markets and Ronda after this.
So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. You know, but it's always the same basket, and it's always in the same place. And then she acts so surprised when I find them, but, you know, she's putting them in the same basket. Again. It's like, hello? That's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
When some people struggle with their mortgage payments, they become frozen, petrified. Not knowing what to do, they do nothing. But the people who do something, the people who take action, are far more likely to get the most positive outcome. Making home affordable is a free government program. Call now to talk one-on-one with a housing expert about the options that are right for you. Real help, real answers, right now.
For those dealing with the daily struggles of caring for a loved one, we hear you. That's why AARP created a community with experts and other caregivers to help us better care for ourselves and the ones we love.
Did you know kids who play outdoors have healthier lungs?
Totally.
I did. Did you know that boys that play with dolls make better husbands?
My son has lots of dolls.
But did you know terry cloth diapers breathe better?
I did.
It's totally true.
Oh, yeah.
Did you know that strollers have the right of way on the sidewalk?
Yes.
Yep, I did. Did you guys
Did you know that kids who eat breakfast have higher GPAs?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. That's actually what I was going to say.
Did you know babies should never touch silver? It's really bad for them.
I knew that.
Did you guys know that statistically friendly kids have more friends?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's obvious.
Did you know most people think they're using the right car seat for their kid, but they're not?
Parents who really know it all know for sure that their child is in the right seat at the right age and size. Visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat to make sure your child is protected.
I'm putting that on my blog.
I just put it in mine.
And welcome back. I'm now joined in studio by Ronda Maxwell. She is the executive director of the Liberal AirFair, and it's coming up this Saturday, the 17th, in Liberal at the airport. That makes sense. It's an airfare.
Yeah, you did good on that.
Did I get all the pertinence in there?
Yes, you did.
Now, you've been doing this for quite a while.
Well, my first one was in 1988, so just a little while.
Yeah, because you have been dealing with, you've dealt with the Blue Angels, you've dealt with the Thunderbirds, you've dealt with the Golden Knights, you name it, I think you've dealt with them.
Leapfrogs, the Canadian snowbirds, yep.
Yeah, you've done a lot of air shows.
I have.
So what number air show is this coming up on Saturday? Is this like the 20th, the 100th, something like that?
Well, we started in 1988, and then it went through, and we took about 10 years off until 2010, and Bill Lyddon, who has Lyddon Aero Center in Liberal, contacted me and said, you know, we'd like to start an air show again. And I really at first wasn't for it, but I love them so. And we decided to make it fun. He said, if it ever quits being fun, we'll quit doing it. But you know what? It never quits being fun. And so we went every other year, and we wanted to make it free. So that's what we did. Free air show, free parking, free program, lots of fun for a good family day.
Well, yeah, and last year I think you had, big crowd.
Well, you know, that first year that we started in 2010, we had 4,200 people, I believe, and it grew in 12 and 14. 14, we had 10,200 people from 117 different zip codes. I put people at the door, you know, and to count the people and get their zip codes so that we have that information. Pretty proud of it.
That's pretty good attendance.
Yes, it is.
All right, so coming up on Saturday now, gates open at 10 o'clock, right?
Yes.
All right, and then things are going to kick off about what? 12:30, 1 o'clock?
Yes, we actually have to have waivered airspace with the FAA so that no other aircraft can come into our area. And we have that from 12:30 to 3:30. So in that period, there will be flying.
All right. And then you said on Friday night, though, you're going to have a pre-show show. We're
going to have a night show. And we're starting out small to see if it works, and then we'll go from there. But we just have one act. It's Matt Yunkin, who is also doing a night act, and he was with us last year. And he's so good. He flies a big twin Beech, and you wouldn't think that big airplane could do the aerobatics that it does.
I know, yeah. It's got twin engines. It'd be like trying to do tricks in a 737.
Yeah, it's crazy. And so he's going to do a night show, and we're not letting people onto the ramp, but you can park in the park or the Air Museum parking lot or anywhere along the fence. You know, just be really careful about people that might be walking around to see the show. But we're going to air it live over KSCB 107.5 radio.
Okay, so what time does that start on Friday night?
That is going, we have that waivered airspace from 8:30 to 9:15. So not a big window there, but around 8:30 I would be ready for him to watch the takeoff and all of that. He's lighted, and it's going to be really spectacular.
I was going to see, I mean, is he going to go out there and he's going to be shooting flares and kind of saying his airplane's all lit up?
No, it's all done with lights. There's no pyrotechnics or anything involved. It's all lights.
Lights and smoke in the dark and all kinds of stuff?
All that stuff.
That's going to be interesting.
I think it is, too.
Okay, so
really
that's going to start about 8:15, somewhere in there, 8:30?
Yes, 8:30 to 9:15 would be that window.
Okay, so you want to make sure you get out and see that. And then on Saturday, starting at 1 o'clock, Matt Yonkin's going to be there, but you'll be able to see him in the daylight this time.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And then also we have a lady called, her name is Jackie Warda, And she actually didn't start her aerobatic career till she was 50, and she's amazing. So that shows it's never too late. And then we have Brian Carell, and Brian has been with us before. He came, maybe 10, 12 years ago, and he was working to get his aerobatic license. So he had to fly pretty high in the sky at that time, and it wasn't easy to see. But he's a full-fledged pilot now, very good, from Lawrence, Kansas.
Okay, and then there's a twin deal.
I was saving them for last.
All right, so we're saving that for in a minute or two. And plus there's static displays on the ground.
Yes, we're going to have a C-45 that's coming over from Guyman, and then a P-51, which is it's the older.
Yeah, the old Mustang, the P-51 Mustang from World War II.
Yes. And then we always have like the air ambulances, the Life Team and Air Med come and show what the inside of that looks like. We're doing the tandem skydiving again. Have you done that?
No.
Well, I think you should.
No. It's not that, I thought about it. I really, really did. And I said, there's spots available for tandem skydiving. And then I thought, I don't know.
Well, it is something. I did it the first year, and I have never had anything more exhilarating in my life, and I'm not sure I'd have the guts to do it again.
Well, I can imagine you're falling from the sky.
Yes, and you can fly like a bird. Anyway, it's very exhilarating. $285 to do that. You need to call ahead because we have a lot booked right now. So to make sure we get you in Saturday or Sunday, we kind of need that ahead of time. And they can call the Lyddon Aero Center for that to book that, and that is 624-1646.
Okay, and we'll get that on our website too. All right, so let's get to the big one though, the one you're saving for last.
So excited! It's a jet team. It's two aircraft. They're one of the only acts in the air show circuit that do dogfighting. And these guys are former military pilots, and they're coming in actually Thursday night and going to make a few rumbles around Friday morning, to try to get this.
Okay, so Friday morning, if you're a liberal and you hear jets zooming around, it's going to be these guys. What are they called? Guys.
They're called the Warrior Flight Team. Okay. Warrior Flight Team. Now they also, I wanted to tell you one thing we're looking for. We are going to sponsor 2 or 3 rides with them. To qualify for that, you must be a vet and have served in one of the conflicts. And we are doing this kind of to highlight that life and to highlight the service and to thank them for their service. So in that case, they can call me, and I'll give you that number too. It's 482-2798, which is my cell phone number, and they can call, and then we'll look into it, and we're gonna pick 2 or 3 that can have just probably a ride of their lifetime.
That'll be cool.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you, we're big supporters of the military.
Sure.
So,
Well, and plus, there's a lot of static displays out there that the Liberal Air Museum has on the tarmac.
Absolutely. I tell you, and we really appreciate the city of Liberal. They loan us the Air Museum for the day, so it's free admission into the Air Museum. And then just letting us use it as the entrance to the show, the fire, the police, and the best
EMTs. Part of the whole thing is it's all free.
It is all free.
All right. Gates opens this Saturday, 10 a.m. Show will start about 1 o'clock. There's going to be, and Friday night, you've got a guy flying around in the dark doing aerobatics. He'll also be there Saturday. You got jet dog fights going on.
I know, helicopter rides, airplane rides,
skydiving. Mm-hmm. You got a lot going on, Rhonda.
I know.
You're going to be busy.
It's going to be fun.
You're going to be busy. Thanks for coming by and seeing us today.
Thank you for the opportunity. Appreciate it.
And stick around. I'll be back with more right after this.
Same time next week?
Well, of course. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
Something I feel when I'm right here. Something that tells me that I'm This is the place. Everybody here knows it. This is the place. Oh, it's home to me and you. Yeah, this is the place.
Hey, you know what? Carlos Hyde ran for 88 yards, 2 touchdowns. San Francisco 49ers posted their season-opening shutout in franchise history, spoiled the return of the Los Angeles Rams 28-0 last night in San Francisco. And the Oakland Athletics looked like a team battling for a playoff spot Monday night, and the Kansas City Royals looked like a team checked out and ready for the offseason. It was supposed to be the other way around. Chris Davis and Marcus Semien hit 3-run homers. The lowly A's matched a season high with 17 hits while drawing 10 walks, and they trounced the Royals 16-3 in their series opener. In the opposite dugout, the reigning World Series champions could only rue another game slipping away. It's starting to flicker as to whether the Royals will make the playoffs. They're still 4 games out of the wild card. Let's take a look at our weather. Hey, it's still 58 degrees out. Relative humidity 87%. Winds have shifted around a little bit. They're straight out of the north now at 8. Barometric pressure on the rise. Lots of rain chances with that front settling along the Oklahoma-Kansas line all the way up through Monday. Go out and make it a great Tuesday. See you tomorrow.
Keep up to date with the latest information from TV23 on our Facebook page, KDGL TV.
As the owner of a business, I'm responsible for all these kids. No, I can't make sure they get all the fruits and veggies they need, or that they have good table manners, or that they use their inside voices, but I can make sure they get the support they need by reporting all my new hires to the state of Kansas.
When you report new hires, you make sure non-custodial parents pay their child support so kids get what they need to succeed in life.
Join me in doing one simple thing to help kids.
Hi, Chris Jewell, host of High Plains Today, a 30-minute news and information program that airs weekdays at noon right here on TV23. We talk about news, we talk about sports, we talk about weather, we're even going to talk entertainment. We'll have live guests right here on set with me. So, every day at noon, tune in, High Plains Today. We'll see you then.
Weekdays here on TV23.
Did you know kids who play outdoors have healthier lungs?
Totally.
Did you know that boys that play with dolls make better husbands?
My son has lots of dolls.
But did you know terry cloth diapers breathe better?
I did.
It's totally true.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Did you guys know statistically friendly kids have more friends?
Yeah.
That's obvious.
Did you know most people think they're using the right car seat for their kid, but they're not?
Parents who really know it all know for sure that their child is in the right seat. Visit safercar.gov/the right seat to make sure your child is protected.
Something I feel when I'm right